So I just wanted to do a quick show of my new workbench. I've never built one before, it's a first for me. I only started woodworking the last few weeks. Yeah, so my wife got me into it and I bought a few bits and pieces, but this is the first bench. I'll show you what I've done. So this all came about, or all started with an old fire door that I got free off Gumtree. You probably can't see it very well, but it's there. You can see it under there actually. It's very heavy and it keeps the bench really well weighted down. It's going nowhere, isn't this? The bench is really two benches. This is one part of it here on its own legs, and it will separate because I'm only in a 12 by 8 shed, so space is very limited. And this is obviously the bigger part of the bench. And what I've done is I've put a top on here, which I can remove. I'm thinking of putting a router table insert in here. I've got one ordered, so either that or I might make a new top just in case I mess it up. So that just lifts off. There's no back on here yet, by the way. This is just some bits of wood I put on as a bit of a backstop. I did buy 2 8-foot lengths, but they're both warped. So that lifts off, and this is the base for my spare me a second, for my mitre saw. Again, I've got to get some hose for the back of this to connect to the dust extractor, but this is ever so slightly higher than these sides here, which is quite good, so I can feed wood across there. So that's worked out quite well, really, I think. And also I made this into a sliding mechanism. It's quite stiff, it needs a bit of sanding really, so this will slide out too. Excuse the bench. And what I'd like to do just behind me is a drill press, so I'll probably put that on a mobile stand, and I might be able to push that into here, I think, and use that on this surface as well. And just to the side you can see I've got my table saw on a base that one of the first things I made actually. I'm really pleased with that. And the table saw, as it turns out, is just a fraction lower than the bench, probably just a few millimetres. So I mean, even that fits in the middle of those two benches. So if I needed the space over here for some reason, I could always move that over there as well. Yeah, so that's it anyway. I've made a few mistakes along the way, drilled a couple of holes where I shouldn't have done, and had to fill them. It's a bit stiff as that. Cut myself with a tape measure, cut myself with a jagged edge of some plywood, various things. I use a router for the first time to make this slide for this thing. So yeah, so I've thoroughly enjoyed doing this, and I'm looking forward to using it. I'm not sure what I'm going to build next. Possibly a mobile stand for the drill press. So yeah. Anyway, there we go. Just thought I'd show you what I've been up to.